Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Workers and Resources. So, what I wanted to tackle today is there seems to be a lot of crime going on in the capital city. There's a negative 1.5% due to crime for happiness. That's 233 times my citizens, and we have hit a perfect 1,000 citizens. Also, there is a very minor amount that can't go to work because of their children, but I think that's going to be resolved here shortly. So the thing that I wanted to probably get figured out first is how are we going to resolve the crime issue? Now, the way that seems like to resolve the crime issue is obviously put down a police station. That really, makes the most sense for the problem that is being experienced. But that means that we're going to have to find a place to place down the police station. And I was thinking maybe we could do it somewhere over here. Maybe we could do it somewhere over here. But potentially probably the best place would be in here. Maybe tucked away behind. Then we could even do some housing here. And then this also gives them a walkway. And it also gives them access to throw away their garbage. So I think maybe, yeah, we'll do something right here. Then we'll put in a gravel pathway that will go, I guess there will be just fine. So that's going to allow us to build up this. Now, they're just going to build all this. Once they can get to it, they will. For temporary purposes, what I'm actually going to do is back in here, we'll put a gravel path. Just temporary. I mean, we could even probably leave it as gravel. But that's going to allow them to build this. Or not. I guess they can't even build that. So I guess let's do footpath, and we'll assign these guys. Those guys do that, and then they'll do that. And then this leaves us open a nice little chunk of space for potentially anything that we want to put in there as well. So that's going to kind of resolve our crime problem. It's going to raise our crime problem. Secondly, another problem that we're having is unable to practice sports in the wintertime. That is something that I think we're just not going to invest into because it is wintertime. I think we're okay if we don't invest in that. I don't think that's going to break the bank on us. So we're going to leave that unattended to. But we do need to take a look at what is going to get our citizen loyalty a little bit higher than what it is. And before we take a look at that, I did want to increase my experts in this kind of professor housing, so I have more of them. So we're going to invite all the professors in there. That's really going to lower our funds again, but this way we can probably bump this up to 10 professors. So we already have 10, so maybe this has to be 20 to get, yeah, so now that's going to be bumped up all the way to max. Due to no workplace, 79 workers. So that will still be fine if we do that. Max 45. That's 20. Sorry. Out of 20. I think that's fine. Do something like that. We're getting the headquarters up and running. That might mean that we should look to invest in another professor housing. Just so that we know that we're going to have enough professors to deal with the income of the new workforce, I guess. And there's a traffic jam. Right, because I'm telling these guys to wait until unloaded. For some reason, he has iron, and for some reason, has aluminum scraps. I'm not sure. So maybe let's take a look at this train line. Let's make sure that the only thing they're loading here is coal. Because it seems like they're just taking anything. Which is really bizarre that they would just grab anything. Okay, we'll tell them just to load coal. Maybe that will help with the problem, because they were just grabbing whatever they wanted. And doing whatever they wanted with it. The last thing we're waiting on is we're just waiting on this last research for geological mapping. Then we can look and research. Well, not research. We can just look and find oil deposits, which hopefully kicks out a good net return for us. Now, we also want to get professor housing somewhere close to the headquarters. But potentially we want to do something a little bit bigger than what we normally been putting down, because we might want to have a little bit more professors than what we have. So again, I want to look for something that's 85, but maybe can store a little bit there, a little bit more than 20. So this one's 77, 80. What do we have for maybe medium size? That's 50 workers. That's 80 with 85. So could we get this in here? No, it's a little too big. So I think we might have to stay with this one. This can do 48 workers. Oh, that's blocked off. That's 20, that's 10, that's 20. This one's 30, but has pretty low quality of flat. This one's 36. Which is actually a pretty decent amount. So we could put this here, which would give me 36 workers. So I'll do that. And then make that into our new housing. And then also there was made mention that the alcohol kiosk is a little bit rough to just have just that, but we'll kind of go with that. We'll high prioritize that. Hopefully they can get over here a little bit quicker and start working on that. Now, I do want to take a look while that's all building. I want to take a look to see what is going on here. So no workers, no vehicles ready to load stone, or no conveyor connections. We cannot store or export quarried stone. So aggregate storage, quarried stone, they have a full storage. This thing has no conveyor belts for aggregate. So we need to set up a road depot, I'm going to say here, and get some trucks that can take everything from up here down here, and then this can produce quarried stone. And then that is going to allow them to grab it from here. So we'll need to build that. And then eventually we'll need to build that, which can house... We take a look. How much can this actually house? Dry bulk? No. So we're going to go aggregate. It's truck. This is train. And I believe I have this one. This one can store nothing. So everything gets stored in here. This is 10 tons of quarried stone. Makes 145 tons of gravel, which should be enough gravel, I'm thinking. So let's high prioritize that one. See if we can get some trucks out here quickly. How are we doing on funds? We are making a good amount of clothes. I wish that this would actually stay full longer. But I think this is doing well. Okay, so that's doing well. We just need to get a road depot. So let's take a look. Let's get ourselves a road depot up in here. So we could do that there. Connect that to there. And then we can go purchase new vehicles. Just need dumpers. Total capacity. That does 5 tons. So let's just start with 1, 2. Let's see how well 2 can do. Just from going up and down. And eventually we'll get that underway. But we do have our train. Has made it all the way up to there now, which is good. It would be nice if another train could start maybe going this way, but I still think because there's no split that it can't change lanes. So maybe what we'll do, let's build... Can I build a bit of road or a little bit of train off of here? Then maybe I can get 2 trains going. So let's do that. Let's tell him to build. He's on his way back. We just need to remember how to build. All right, here. Assign new build. So I'm wondering if that will work. I'm really not sure why there's like naturally built signals here. It's like naturally they just did their own signaling. So here comes the other one. I think the problem is they're gonna get a head-on collision here. Oh boy. Yeah, I think they're gonna hit each other. So we might need to do some signaling. Or maybe not, because if they both get sent out at the same time, I think they should be fine. Water production's still good. Okay, so that's fine. I think if they get sent out at the same exact time, that'll be fine. What I wanted to actually now take a look at is I want to actually change the name of these platforms. So this is Dunkirk to clothing. Just so I know a little bit better what's going on. That's Dunkirk to clothing. This is Dunkirk to rail. Construction office. That's for the big transport. That is from the border. And that is also from the border. So those are fine. I don't need to look at those. Not too worried about those ones. We do keep having a population growth, which is good. Hopefully they can start getting all of this stuff up and operational. So now I believe these dumpers... Okay, they're getting close. I also want to take a look. So this is getting water from here. This is getting water... Let's take a look. Show overlays. Buildings. This isn't getting water. I'm not sure how it's getting water. Because this is just from a switch to a switch to a switch. Unless this is going downhill and that's why it's able to work. Because in all these areas, I forgot to put pumps. Except for pumps are over here. I did remember pumps here. I just forgot to add pumps over there. It looks like this is running out of water quite fast. So let's take a look. Okay, so there's 15 workers. This one was going over there. Currently, there's only one truck. Where is this truck? You're over here with 14 workers. Where are you going? Construction office. So, this water tank... Okay, there's workers working there now. And it didn't deplete all the way. Now let's look at the overlay. Show water flow. So this has good water flow. This has weak water flow, but I guess it's enough. And I'm not sure how that's going to flow into the building because I didn't put pumps here. So I might have to like take away some pipes and put in water or water pumps eventually. But now should be okay. Oh, he's from that deep. Okay. I was a little bit confused like what he was doing all the way over here, but they're building this up. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know where my dump trucks are that I bought. Wonder if they're still just on their way and they got stuck behind a lot of traffic. Because there does seem to be a lot of traffic. Okay. Now we need to take a look at what is our ways to get loyalty to be higher. One of the ways I know is government loyalty influence 4.5% off of these statues and stuff. And I don't know if there is any other ways to get loyalty. Because I just don't think, unless you have like the accessories, which give loyalty. So I'm going to maybe look to place down, like we don't need any of these like Kremlin towers or like any of these very fancy stuff, even though it doesn't really cost too much. But even like just doing a small child's park. Kids sports enjoyment influence +3 for 100 meters. So like we could place down a park. Where would we place down this park? Well, that's a great question. We could put it here, but that's going to be in the way of my future power lines. We could put a park in here, and that's going to be 100 meters, it said, right? Yeah, 100 meters. So that would be... 100 meters would cover... It would cover these houses in this perimeter. So yeah, I think I might do that. I'm going to place a park. The first ever child's park right here. I think that'll look lovely. Okay, we'll do that, and then we'll get this guy to build as much as it can. Ah, there we go. Now we have the school, and wow, the staff is filling up fast. I only need 20. Not even, I don't even, I need like 10. Okay, there we go. So that'll get low on staff. I think what we need is logistics. Where is logistics? Yeah, so logistic optimization. That will allow us to get some more distribution offices. So logistic optimization, we'll get that. That's going to help out significantly. That road looks like it's done, so that needs to now be built. And then once that is built, then we can have some police roaming around, and that'll hopefully lower the crime rate. But with lowering the crime rate, we are going to need to have some prisons underway as well. And that's no fun to put down. Also, what was made note is I need forklifts if I want this to be even functional. So we're going to leave that there. We're not going to touch it, but I do need some forklifts if I want to have that running. I just guess currently I don't really need to. All right. Now we need to do a new stop from there to there. From the quarry, you're going to want to wait until you're loaded and then unload everything. You'll obviously wait till you're unloaded. We're going to copy the schedule to this guy. Start and start. So now they're going to go up here. They're going to get loaded, and they'll wait till they're fully loaded, and then they'll bring it down here to be processed. But we're currently going to be missing workers. What is our unemployment rate? Due to no workplace, 7%. So we could bring some more workers from the platform down over here. That could be a possibility. I want to see. Currently, we do have... Yeah, it's this guy here. So he's taking from the custom house. He's unloading at the platform. So we're going to delete that stop. We're going to delete that stop. We're going to add a stop here. And then they don't need to stop there because there's 3 of them on the... Actually, maybe we should have them stop there. So 1, 2, 3. So this is now going to be Ghent Customs to quarry. Save. Okay, so that's going to bring workers, some foreign work aid from the border to the quarry so that we can actually have the quarry operating and doing its thing. So this guy's bringing over steel. This guy has quarried stone. Quarried stone, they're going to unload it into here. And then eventually that's going to have to get processed. And what we're going to have is all of our trucks are going to come get stone from over here. So we can stop importing stone. There's going to have to go kind of a long drive to go get the stone. And then they can come back with it and actually utilize it. So I do have a lot of vehicles sitting currently. A lot of groundwork not being used. And something that maybe we should look is getting these operational. Just so we have more housing. So I'm going to get all of these running and working. That'll get done eventually. That'll get done. So how much low government authority we have? So we do have a low authority. I should maybe add 20 maybe we'll do 30. Let's max this out because we do have one person starving, but that could be a new move in. Only 2. We'll just max that out. No workspace. We're still good. We'll max this out. 2 crimes reported that were not patrolled. So we'll do that. And then low authority. So the only way I think we can really check their authority. So we need secret police need to visit the citizens' home to display their government loyalty level. But everything else seems pretty good. They're saturated. You know, all of them are pretty happy. They're pretty healthy. These guys are probably the ones that just didn't eat some food, and that's okay. So this one's gonna remain empty. Just in case I have a lot of graduates coming out of the student housing. I don't have to worry about it. They'll have somewhere to go. And then this is at 50%. Oh, sooner than later. We can actually set some proper oil refineries. How's our money looking? We are in the negative. But honestly, not by as much as I would probably have thought I was going to be in the negative. What is my import set on that is the most? So steel and fuel still. So if I can get the fuel problem under control, which I do want to take a look. So I can get the pump jacks, but I do need oil refinery. Collisions. Train cannot pass. So both of these guys... Oh, he still had ties left. So how do I build these junctions? Because I think what needs to happen is, like, they don't mess with each other. Yeah, I think you need to set up a junction here. So let's go build that one. And I guess we're going to have to test out to see how junctions work. So that's that. So I guess this would be a junction. Right? So if there's one guy sitting in here. So if there's somebody in here, this train won't enter. And I don't need it big right now because we don't have big vehicles. So what I'm thinking is they will not go in here if there's a train in there, and then this train would just have to go like that and around, because I think they can reverse and go forward. So I think that's going to stop the trains from colliding. If it's going to be a problem, I'll just delete this one. I'll just have one train building away. But I think that's going to resolve the problem. If not, I need your help in the comments below. So leave, how do I properly set that up so I'm not constantly crashing into each other? I don't know. Let me actually read it. It's government loyalty influence for 2.4, and I don't know if that just influences just the location. Like, if I build this here, is this going to really do anything? Like, say if I built this here, is it every time? So I can't actually build that. Okay. That doesn't matter then. I was going to say, is it where I build it, or like whenever somebody passes by it, are they getting that bonus boost, or is it not? It would be kind of cool to have it right there, wouldn't it? But that's going to block that. I could do it right there. I could actually do it. I could do it right here on the corner, actually. Let's do that, and then let's see if I can get a footpath in here. Ooh. Does not look like I can get a footpath. Ah, that was almost a good place to put this. Demolish. Boom. Okay, that's not a good place either. All right, I think actually right in here. This would be a good place for it. Right there. Yeah, that looks like a grandiose place. So that get built there, and then we can build another statue. Maybe that'll help with the government loyalty. Government loyalty is 51%. So I think in here, once we're done this research, I think the party HQ can also do the secret police. Yeah, secret police. Party member ranking, secret police. So we just need to get that. This can be more housing for our professors, but I think what we might want to do, because I think we're out due to low education. Yeah, we're out. So we're going to invite a lot of third world residents just to fill that one. This one's empty a little bit, so third world residents. So I think some might have fled to the west then. So I didn't get any notices of anyone dying, so they probably just fled to the west, which is fine. And we'll do that. So we have some third world that are in. So now 7% is due to low education. They're going to go to school, going to get their education, and then we will be good. Let's bump that up to 8 so we get 10. Actually, I guess just do 10 so we get 10 and 10. I think that's fine. Yeah. And then how's the water problem? Have we had a problem yet? No, we're still good. Okay. So this is going to be that. This is working away. This is producing gravel at a fast pace. And it's using resources quickly as well. But yeah, we can set up our trucks. So we're no longer going to need to import gravel. So let's look at our gravel. Specify here. So now they're going to load up from over there. And let's copy that to everywhere. That might grab gravel. So now we don't have to import gravel. They'll grab it from there. And if we do run it a little bit low, that is okay. I'm not too worried about it. But I do want to see, like, how big is the sports hall? I mean, it's fairly big, but it could go right in here. And it does cost quite a lot of bricks, quite a lot of concrete, quite a lot of asphalt. But it would raise my happiness. Unable to get clothes. Okay, there must just be a weird overlap. And unable to practice sports is a big one, but it's not raising it too high. Unable to enjoy culture, that is a big one. Number of staff, I can do 5, so I'll max that one out. Just so we can get more in here. But we have a lot waiting. Current number of visitors. We got a bunch waiting, a bunch are in here. But that might settle itself out, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'll kind of let that one just do its thing. And how is our garbage looking? Can I take a look at I can take a look at wear and tear. Nothing's really worn. Can I take a look at waste? Waste is good. Yeah, most of it's just accumulating over there and being put out. That's good. Interior temperature is good. Water heat, water pressure, water flow. Pressure, I don't know if that needs to be higher bars. Yeah, we do have pretty low bars. Did we run out of water? No, water's still circulating. I wonder... So there's a problem there. Right here. That says it's overloaded. So I don't know if that's overloaded because there's not enough flow allowed. Because that only does 2 bars. That only is compatible for 2 bars. This is only requesting 1 bar. So maybe we should get another water substation to service somewhere over in here. I think would be a good idea. So I could put it right here. Yes, I'm going to put it right in here. So what we should do, one there. And then we should also do 1 over here. Right next to the water, or to the heating plant, the heat distribution area. So we'll do something like that and that. Then we'll tell our big one to build it and build that. And then what we're going to do is the pipe that we're going to put down. So that does 26 meters, 26.15 meters cubed. Which is at 22. So I don't know, how do we... Max flow of water produced. But how do I know... Oh, this is running low again. There are workers here. They're just not moving. Okay, now they're moving. So that gets, like, pretty scary low. And I don't think... Because these are all in use. This is a switch there. I do have this as a backup. Which has good pressure. Max flow at max pressure per day. And that's at a 1 bar. And that's at a 6 bar. So I don't know. Like, maybe does the pump increase the pressure? Input 1, that's off. So that's at 6. And then it's outputting at bar 2. And that's steady. Then there's no splitter. Then that goes to steady bar. Then there's a pump. Then that goes to steady bars. That's the electrical sub. So this one over here, then it dips to 1. So maybe if we get more pipes, then we can have better flow. So we have this switch here that we can use. Water substation, I should have it into a divider of 3. Just so I know I can fit all of it. can do something right in there. And then this will be a large pipe. And we'll go right to the middle. So that'll be a large pipe. And then the two on the side. Do a medium pipe and a medium pipe. We'll do that. And then cue that for building. Cue that for building. And then we'll get that built. And then hopefully that helps with the bar pressure problem. And then we do just need to make sure that this is a lot more consistent with pumping out water. We don't want it to run out. And we just have a people problem. But it seems to always get filled and then people leave. And then this drains significantly fast. And these people aren't instantly walking over. So eventually it's going to get very, very low very, very quickly. But the water tank import is maxed. And this is still maxed, but that will drop very fast. But we do have this as a water tank holding 70 meters cubed. And I think that holds 25. So the tank actually, this water tank holds more than anything else. So I'm wondering if maybe I should do another water tank. Somewhere in here. That's a big water tower. We could do another small water tower. I could do it up in here. Because that would take some pressure off the system. Because this would hold water, but that wouldn't really resolve that problem if that all ran out. I should have had it like back here. We'll just have to monitor the water problem. I think we'll just have to monitor this. Because it seems like there's always workers waiting. They just don't instantly go to work. I told them 100% need to go there. No workers. Now I remember why I had Dunkirk to rail. And I had so many on here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a stop above this one. New stop there. Nope. New stop here. Yes. And then what I want to do, I don't want 100% to get out. Probably 50 to get out. And the other 50 to get out. So now they'll split the amount that are getting out between these two. And hopefully that helps. And then I want to remove that. I want them just to decide where they go, because soon I should have more. I should have more going between the two. Bauxite is higher. Traffic jam. And these guys all have coal. So now they'll just sit there. They won't waste any fuel. And they're out of the way, which is good. So they won't waste any fuel. But what I want to do is I want my distribution office. This. Where is the coal power plant? Small heating plant. You cannot do that anymore. You're just a road vehicle. You're a road vehicle. Road vehicle, road vehicle. Where is your depot? You're a road vehicle. You are two. You are two. Okay, I guess he must have went home. That's a tanker. Okay, he's bringing gravel. Where are you bringing gravel to? Oh, the construction house. Okay, perfect. Citizens' happiness is low. Unable to visit a hospital. Really? 4 people? Oh, I guess maybe. Due to no workplace, 2%. So I have a very minimal amount of citizens not doing it. So maybe what we'll do, we'll fill this one out from the Soviet bloc. We'll leave that one how it is. That one's going to be like that. This is like this. Police station is done, which would have taken a lot of my workers. So we want that to be 3. It's at 6. So yeah, 2 is 4. That's perfect. Buy the only cop car that we can. And they will now monitor the streets and bring criminals here. And that's about the extent that they'll do, because I just don't have anywhere else that they can go. And then you will keep that full as well. And this is full, which is good. Yeah, okay, you'll do your thing. We'll start dealing with the crime rate. Look, is that pipe done? Oh, no. It's just in progress. Okay. I do like the way that the city has its flow and how it looks. I think it looks very, very nice. And a lot of things, like I told you guys, as you get more citizens into the game, things will go a lot quicker because you can actually utilize those citizens to do a lot of the mundane tasks that normally it just takes forever to get done. And I do have another professor housing. It looks like people moved in because I forgot to say don't allow. So what I need to do is I need to relocate. I need to relocate them all. Don't allow people to move in, and only highly educated. Now they can move in. I also think, yeah, this is out of distance, which I wasn't looking at when I was putting it up. But this is out of distance of like everything. It's not in walking distance of food, so everyone was starving. Okay, I'm going to tell nobody move in here until I get this figured out. I think what needs to happen is I might need to set up a pathway. Hopefully I can get a pathway up and around. Looks like I can. I still don't know if that's going to solve the problem, though. That's the only problem. So we can do something like that, and then that allows them to get to there and to there. But that doesn't allow them to get to where I need them to go. So what we might have to do then is build some underground walking paths. I wish I would have remembered this sooner instead of placing this way too far away. Because what we maybe could do... Let's see if I could do this. Let's see if this would work. Pedestrian tunnel, pedestrian underpass. So tunnel. Oh, underpass. We want to do the one that's the cheapest. Which I think would be this one. So we could do it right there. And then I think we could build that like that. And then we might be able to connect it to here. So if we do another underpass. We could do right in there. Pedestrian underpass, like... Oh, hold on. This needs to flip, so this needs to go on this side. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Hold on. This needs to go on this side. Okay, so this is going to have to go on this side. So that can go somewhere. Maybe actually can go in here. So maybe we can go, say, there. That can connect to there like that. This can connect to there like that. We'll build all that. Might as well build all that then too while we're at it. And if we're doing a pedestrian tunnel, hook it up to there. And that's going to require a lot of product. And then we can do that. Okay. That'll be good. And then if we take a look at this now they can get over there. Okay, that solves our problem. So now all this can get over there. Just with a simple tunnel underneath everything. that now lets them actually access the shop. So unable to visit the hospital, that should go away. Starving should go away. Clothes should go away. Lack of meat should go away. All that should go away because they just weren't able to receive anything, and nobody actually lives there. They all live in here. I'll invite some immigrants as well, and hopefully we can get our distribution a little bit higher. Just the problem is not a lot of people are filling this place up right when they get to it, so that's a problem. But we did finish our geological fencing. We do have that program now. So hopefully we can actually get some oil figured out. So if we take a look now at the map, we did unlock all of this. So like, this is going to tell us coal. So we have some coal in here, around here somewhere. We got iron. Wow, it's a very limited amount of supply of iron. All of our iron is like way over here, which is not fun. Because we're way over here. So that means you're going to have to bring everything over and in. Yeah, these guys are still having a problem. Okay, change of the direction. You go over there. Because you need to get to the other side of this. Then you'll go into the track. No. No. Okay, whatever. You go back, because this is just not working out. How do I... Okay, because you're not going to go in there because you're in there. Do I need, like, a slip lane here? Because he started building that. Okay. Chained? So that's a one-way. We just need a typical... Because now they're going to bump into each other again. So this might need like a slip lane. Just so these guys can get past each other. So what if we did... we did something like that. Tell them to build... Oh, I need to confirm it. Tell them to build that, and then we build this. High priority it. And then if we put signals on it... like that. And like that. How do I delete this now? Yeah, this one. Something like that. Let's delete this one too, and then do that. Okay, so now this will be a slip lane. So if anyone's there, they'll just slip past each other. I think. You know, we're just gonna go with it and hope and pray for the best. Then I can get rid of this and this and that. Because now if they're in there, they'll go in here and wait. I think. Famous last words. So that'll be... That can be that. Because now they're going to get confused. So that'll be that. That'll be that. So now he should have to wait. Because he's in there. And he'll go in there. And then he's allowed to go through. And then he's allowed to go through. So I should chain that and that. Yes. Okay. All right. I think that's chained now. I think they're going to be fine. Citizens happiness is too low. We found all that. Traffic jam cannot pass. Whatever. We found it. We figured out the problem. Back to what we were doing, which is oil. I am going to have an absolute fit. What do you mean it's all the way over there? Oh my goodness. So all of our oil is way over here. So I either need to... All of our oil is right over here. I mean, we have a fairly large patch of oil. Like, this is quite a large patch of oil. Like, you know. 60%, 40, 50, 0, 8. You know, very spotty. Gets up to 70. We can probably fit a lot of jacks in here, but we're going to need to cart it all the way back here. Or, I guess what we could do, it's all the way over here. We could cart it all the way up to Luxembourg, Luxembourg, and then place it out there. So we could just do an oil quick export tactic to Luxembourg and utilize Luxembourg, because it just needs to be set up. It doesn't need to actually be anything else, and it needs to be powered. But I'm thinking we can probably get power from Luxembourg. Yes, we can. So we can grab power from Luxembourg. We can get the oil set up all the way out here, which is less of a drive, still a long drive. Or way down here, which I don't know if we're ever going to get down here. There is oil right there, which we could export to Barcelona. Because we do have oil like right in here. Yeah, so like 4%, 42. Could do that. But I think this is my best bet, just to keep things kind of relatively close. There is a river, but not enough probably for a boat to get onto. And boats are going to be fairly expensive. So let's keep that on the back burner and on our back pocket as an idea for down the road. But I don't know if it's going to be beneficial right now. Okay, and they're still making gravel, which is good. Eventually we'll have to get that done. Since happening too low. Death of a child, relocation, obviously. But I had to get them out of that part before they all died. So, you know, it just is what it is. Let's build that. Let's build that. And then eventually we can build that. Just need to get a couple more of these things done. We'll also assign them in case the other ones are too busy. This has vehicle. There's medium crime. Chance to solve. Chance to solve. So, we do need a courthouse eventually, but I don't know if we need it right now. And we do have just a small unemployment due to no workplace, which I think is fine. 30 waiting there. We're doing more export of clothes. What did we export that we lost money on? Power. Well, that's imports. Sorry. Hazard waste. Okay, so we exported hazard waste, and that was a problem. Okay, eventually we're going to want to get trains out here to take away a lot of this. But we got to get our train builders building up all the good stuff, which they should be building that up. And this is a, you know, this is a slip lane, which should be able to work. Traffic jam. Still at the coal factory because they're not really producing much coal. And I believe I put 4 trucks on this, but that was also for when it was wintertime. It is no longer wintertime. Oh, cool. We can build our statue too. Okay, let's build our statue. See if we get our loyalty a little higher. This is almost done now. What else do we want to pick? Fuel processing studies, introduction to broadcasting, concrete rails, concrete utilization studies, fertilization, bauxite, airport, bitumen, engineering, whatever that means, modern electrical pylons, fuel producing study, exporting of methods for refining crude oil into the fuels that were stable for our vehicles. So we could, I think what you have to do to get oil refinery is that. Yeah, so to get fuel processing, you got to get fuel processing study, and then you can get refinery design and construction. That's going to make your fuel, which will allow you to make your own fuel. So maybe what we should do is we should get fuel studying process. Then we can get the ways to actually make fuel, and then we can go from there. And then once this one's researched, which it should be quickly, then we can get the Secret Service. Oh, actually, after our distribution offices, then we can get the Secret Service. So then we can actually know like what is their loyalty level, and then we can kind of be able to go from there. But I think what actually they need, and I don't know if we have the infrastructure yet, because we just have not enough citizens due to no workplace. So we have more work than there is citizens, which, you know, always is a problem. But what we could do is generate some more housing. Maybe some larger housing over in here. Or even in here. I just need to make sure that if we do some large residential buildings, like the building flats, that they are still able to reach the bus stop. That is very important. So it looks like they can from all the way over here. I don't know if I want to put it in there. I might actually, maybe I want to, just to kind of break up the way the mundane stuff's going, but I think this would look good here. And that does reach the bus stop. So I think maybe what we could do is, I guess we want to do it there. We could do 1 and 2. Now I want to double check. This reaches currently nowhere because there's no paths. If I did gravel, and then maybe what we could do is bring the road down that way as well, and then maybe we could do, I don't know if I want to do double road, but maybe just bring that down, see if we can bring this out if it lets me, and then that will open up so that we can actually kind of connect the roads. And then if we do that, and then maybe we add gravel pathways as well to here. Now let's see. He can't travel. He can travel to get food. He can travel to hospital, but he can't go to school because he can't reach the bus stop. What if this... What if we actually put it maybe in here? If I did... We did this. Ooh, I don't like how that's doing that, but whatever. That's going to be fine. Let's just do something like that. And then this one can also connect. Now are they allowed to walk out? So this guy can. This guy could not. I wonder if it's just because that's not gravel yet. So let's see if we put that to gravel. Will that increase the distance? And then can they actually walk there? Or do we need to put another underground pathway? I don't think so. I think once that gets to gravel, I think they should be fine. And then we'll also make this, we'll make that into gravel as well. And we'll do the same thing. We'll assign both industries, because this guy can get over there, right? Oh, currently he can't. Let's high prioritize that one, because currently they actually can't get out. So if they can't get out, hopefully they don't die. Research finished. We have that. Okay, now we need to get the distribution offices researched. Hopefully these guys don't die in there. Unemployment too high. What do you mean unemployment's too high? Well, this ain't good, is it? I guess I could relocate them to this housing. But then they still wouldn't, that wouldn't solve my problem. Okay, well, hopefully this just gets resolved quickly and not all of them die and I lose them, because that would not be fun. All I know is I guess they can't escape. Yeah, so I need this done, like, really fast, please. Vehicles heading to this building is this guy, a road vehicle. Vehicles with this building en route plan. So they're bringing out all the stuff we need. Hopefully they get there quickly. But I did tell them all they have to go out here to bring in the gravel. So they are on their way. It's just going to take them longer than normal because they have to go all the way out there to get in. So I'm hoping they'll be fine. Worst case scenario, there's only 20 workers. And we learned a lesson. Don't trap them. Valuable lesson has been learned. Alright, and then we'll also set that to be built by the big construction crew. We might want to maybe look to get more construction crews a little bit later. I don't know if now is necessarily the time, but we're looking good. Unemployment's high here because they just can't escape. Where is their unemployment number? 20 highly educated, where they should go to work. It does not actually tell you their education or their unemployment level. But this might actually hinder just this most likely. Probably nothing else, but those are on site, and then we probably have vehicles coming, traffic jam again, whatever. I know about that one. How is it going building over here? Probably okay. This is getting the workers it needs. That's getting the workers they need. They're repairing all the stuff that they need. Yeah, everything's looking honestly a lot better than we were at the start of the episode. Definitely looking a lot better. Citizens happiness too low. That's just a complaint. Not a true story. I just wish this would stay full constantly. And I guess I could just tell them to drop them off right at the building. And not have to worry about them. Maybe actually what I should do. Which line is it? So Dunkirk to clothing factory. Can I... If I tell you to delete all stops, I guess. And if I say... Go there, go there, go there. Yes. Clothing factory, I need you to force them off. Don't load anybody. Yes. Here, I don't want you to unload anybody. And I don't want you loading passengers or students. Not even highly educated workers, because I want all of them to stay in town. Now you should be just dropping them off right in the building. And that might keep the production rate higher. Because you're not dropping them here. Then them having to make a decision on which one they want to go to. Down the road, we're going to have to let them do that. But not right now. Because right now we only have one building open. I just want them all to do the same thing. And that is to make clothes so that we can make some more money. And we can stop spending money. Looks like they're all still here. Looks like this is being built. Yeah, all looks well. All is dandy. Okay. Yeah, so that's going to wrap up. This is going to wrap up. We're going to probably get some more housing in here. I should probably look to get our sports hall. Maybe what we could actually do is we could put the sports hall right in here. It does fit. And honestly, this is a pretty good location. I mean, I wish it would fit a little more square. I mean, I guess that's square. Or is that square? I don't know what square is anymore, but that looks good right there. We'll do that right there. And then we'll build pathways for it as well. Build. And assign. Okay. Alright, so this should be done. They should be able to get back out. Then they should be able to get all their food they need and all the stuff they need. And that's going to allow them to still be able to walk all the way to the end like they need to. There they go. They can walk there. Then that means they can walk there. It's 275 meters. Does this allow them to walk there? Yes, 306. Just barely do they get to the bus stop. But barely will indeed do it for us. That's all we need is barely. And we should be just fine. All right, well, everyone, that wraps it up for today's episode of Workers and Resources of Republic. We got a little bit more done. We definitely got our quarry set up in terms of producing stone, so we don't need to be importing gravel anymore, which is probably helping the pocketbooks balance themselves out a little bit. We do know that our biggest import is still the fuel. Fabrics is pretty high, but that's going to be the cost for doing business in the clothing industry. We did kind of maybe sort of not really fully figure out our... I don't know why yours stopped. Why are you stopped? Send a next stop. I'm not sure what you're doing. Go there. You look a little bugged. I guess we're scrapping you. Okay, that was bugged. Whatever that happened, I have no idea what that was all about. But we might have to take a look at my bus lines on the next episode to see what the heck just happened. Gravel quarry to gravel processing, coal plant, clothing, construction office, that, and that. Okay, Anyways, we got a lot done this episode. We got a lot done that we want to see done. We have things being a little bit more optimized. We do know where coal is or oil is located. Thank you to our researching efforts in our universities. But we're going to need to build a kind of far, far away oil refinery. And then eventually we're going to fill this in over here. I think what we're going to do is leave all of this area for the town expansion out in this way. Now that we know that we're not going to hit into any apparent resources super close by, because they're all super far away from where we decided to lay anchor. We are just going to, I guess, where we could actually lay anchor, ahoy, over there. But yeah, we're going to leave this open for building the Republic. But we do need to always keep in mind how much heat are we producing and when are we going to run out of heat. But yeah, we're going to leave this open for our settlement, or Dunkirk, I guess you could call it. It's going to go in this area, and then we'll kind of expand maybe out this way and kind of make it an arch, and then have acres of land around it. And that's going to kind of how we're going to kind of do this beautiful little town that's coming together very nicely. It does look super good. I wish I would have incorporated maybe some of this into this, because this looks good. This just looks very bare and weird, and I don't like that. But that does it for today's episode. If you liked the episode, make sure to comment. If you didn't like the episode, make sure you tell me why, so maybe we could do something a little bit differently or a little bit better. Also, just hit that thumbs up button. It's super quick and simple. And also subscribe if you like the content, so you can stay up to date with what's going on in the next episodes. Anyways, my name's Brave, and that does it for today. I will see everybody on the next one. Take care.